Welcome again, my innovators. Continue today with our beginner series, and today we'll be doing some exciting formatting styling with tables, right? So you will learn how to format your tables, how to apply different styles, how to insert cells, doing columns, and all of that wonderful thing, so you can know how to master using table when you're doing anything in Word and you want to add a little style to it. You want to make sure your table looks really modern. This is the video for you. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are now with a blank page where now we're going to insert some tables, cells, columns, and apply some styles, right? So let's get right into it. So to get our table inserted, we're going to go on the option bar up on the menu bar here. We're going to go to insert and table. So if you notice here, it shows you columns and rows. So this shows one row, one column. So it depends on how much you want. You can choose it. You notice as I go down, it will populate it, right? So let's say for instance, I want, 5 by 1. So I want 5 column, 1 row. So what we're gonna do, say we're gonna insert some fruits, right? So let's say mango, and let's say apples, right? Let's say banana, let's say cherry, and let's say blueberry, right? So say for instance now you want another row below. So we'll have another row below with stuff like vegetables or cars or whatever it is, just some random content. So you can tab, go into the last column. So where berry is, I would put the cursor there and then you click the tab key and it will automatically create a new row for you. And if you want another row, you can go into the last column again and tab. And if you continue to do tab, go across and go down, it will continue to create a different row for you, right? So say for instance, in this row, as I said, we want some form of vegetable, we can say carrot, right? We're going to get somewhere with this. I'm showing you an example of how we can format the table as we go along. So we have like carrot, we have lettuce, we have, I don't know my vegetables. We have carrot, let's just say tomatoes, right? We have, I don't even know if tomato is spelled right, but hey, you get the picture, right? Tomatoes, we have, and whatever other vegetable. Carrot 1, carrot 2. Hey, that was easy to put that. All right. So we have this table here with these now. So let us see how we can merge some table heading, add some table heading and merge it. So say for instance, we want to put a heading at the top to say fruits. And then we want a heading at the top of the vegetable one to say vegetable. So what you will do, so we'll click right in the cell, say where mango is, you will right click, and where you see insert, and right here it gives you some option. So it says insert column to left, to right, or row above, or row below. So we want a row above, right? So let's click that. And you notice it gives a row above. But we want it to be an heading. So we don't want it to segregate like that. So we want it to merge, right? So if you go like this and you select everything in that row, you right click, and then you'll see merge cells. And then you'll click merge, right? So in here, we want to say fruits. And let's center this. And we want to apply a nice little background color. So we'll go here where the paint bucket is. come down and we'll choose a background color. So fruits more natural, so let's use something green, right? So we can have that as fruits, let's bold that. Right, so we'll do the same for carrot. We'll right click and want to insert a row above, right? We'll do the same for vegetables rather. So we'll highlight all of that row to merge it, right click, merge, and let's type vegetables. Right, let's center that as well. And let's put a background. I think I'm going to put this as green because vegetables are leafy and green. And let's put fruits. Let's put fruits as something, another color. So let's put fruits. Let's say that light blue, right? So, all right. So far we learned how to merge a cell. We learned how to insert rows above or below. Either ways, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to show you this for demonstration purpose how to insert a column. So you'd right click in whichever column you want it to be beside. So say for instance, I want a column before cherry, between banana and cherry. So I'll click in either one of them. So I'll click in cherry right here and then insert. And because I want a column before cherry, we're going to insert it to the left. Right? If you notice, it creates a column in between here. Right? So it's really that easy. Okay. All right. So say we want to delete that row or that column that we just inserted. You'll click into that column, right? Right click. You'll see the options come up and it says delete cells. So you'll click delete cells and it brings up another set of options where you can see right here now you can delete the entire row. You can delete the entire column, shift cell up, shift cell down. Lots of options, but in this case, we want to delete the entire column. So we'll click that, okay, and it will delete the column, right? Right, so what we're going to do now is that we're going to apply some table styling. So, say for instance, you have your table with whatever info in your table and you're presenting it to your manager or, showing team members certain things that you want your table to look really modern, right? So if you come and you click the table and you'll ensure that you're under design, you'll see lots of formatting. If you hover over each of them, it will show you how it will, format it. And you can also use the drop down box here to pick any of the other styles that are here, right? So say for instance, let's just say we pick this one. So it will format it like this, right? And if you want to add different things, so say for instance, you want to put a border so around the table differently, you can highlight the table as well, right click, right? You see borders and shading. And if you come right here now, this you can put none. You can put a box and it will put, one line. It gives you a preview here. This gives you, oh, it does it in squares like that. You can do it like a grid or you can do a custom, right? So let's just put a one line box. You can put the width right here. You know how thick you want it. So let's put 3. Right, and let's click OK, and there you go. It gives it a nice border if you want it like that, right? So there's a lot of flexibility here. And even though you're not seeing the grid lines for the table, each cell is still there, and each row is still there. If you want, you can highlight it like this. You can right click. You can go back to borders and shading. And you can click all and it will give you all these lines if you want. So it's this thick because I choose 3 as the thickness level. So the lines look very thick. So you can change it to 1 so that it looks a little cleaner, not so heavy on the eyes. So let's do that and see how that will look. Let's put it to 1. It looks more natural, right? and you have them right there. So say for instance now, I want to split a cell, right? So you have some info here, so like where tomatoes is, right? And you want to split it to put something else, whatever it is, some other thing where you think needs to be in that cell. So you right click into that cell, and you right here it says split cell. So it will ask if you want to split the cell in the number of columns, the number of rows. So columns columns come down, which is would be vertically, and rows go across horizontally. So in this case, we want it to be rows, right? So we want it to be 2 rows and leave it at 1 column, right? So if you click OK, oh, we should do the opposite. So let's come again. We want it to split in columns. So we're going to split cells, 2 columns, 1 row, right? So if you notice, this one cell is split in 2. It made it 2. So this is one cell that is split in 2. And say, for instance, you want to merge back that cell. You can do the same thing, right click, merge cell, and then you will get back one complete cell for that. If you want to change the formatting of this table, you can come back up here again, highlight the table, and if you want, you can come back here. You can click a different format, right? So there's a lot of flexibility in how you can, edit it, or you can style it and just let it look really, really nice and fresh whenever you're presenting anything in tables to anybody, a manager, any colleague, any presentation, so that it looks like what you're doing. And even though you may be a beginner, even if you're not a beginner, it will show that you know what you're doing. So hope you learned something today, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and drop a comment and let me know if you want me to show any other specific details in Word for you, and I will do that for you.